as we all know, Battlestations Midway has ship, plane, and submarine challenges in the game. For anyone who is greatly skilled at one of these certain areas, from in the air, from the sea, or below the depths of the sea, they can try and take on some of these challenges. In this video, I'm going to be discussing my personal opinion on the top 5 Battlestations Midway challenges that are hard, like the hardest to complete. This is my own opinion, so if for any of you guys think that you have a different other opinion, you say another mission is harder than this mission, I won't really care because, well, I have my personal opinion on this. So this is my personal opinion. You guys can agree on what, if you guys kind of agree on this top 5. But anyways, we're gonna get started and get rolling. So let's get started, shall we?
Bullseye.
For number 5, we're gonna get started with the third submarine challenge, Culty Grace. Let's get started with some of the things that's kind of annoying as hell for me. First off, I'm not a big submarine fan, and you only get 2 subs, and your main target's the Enterprise. Okay, that's fairly easy. Not only that, but here's the thing: you got some PT boats, some destroyers, and depth charge planes coming after you. Especially on the southern sub, that has a whole bunch of PT boats and depth charge planes coming right after them. So you got that to worry about. So you're basically using your there's no point of having your southern sub, because it's just gonna get annihilated quickly. And one thing is that you cannot hide forever from the PT boats, because they're nasty little buggers. Especially that recon plane, the Catalina. You gotta eliminate that, or else the Catalina will help spot your submarines easier, making the PT boats have a easier time trying to find you. So that's one thing you gotta worry about. Not only that, but it is hard to sink the Enterprise, because once it starts moving and spots you, it's going to be annoying, especially when you're in a huge rush to eliminate your objective. It's going to be hard to at least make accurate shots with freaking PT boats and planes. So you like to have it as a sitting target, so it's that easy. But that's pretty much it for number 5. So let's move on to number 4. For number 4, we have Attack on Force Z, which is the third plane challenge of this Battlestations Midway. Let's get to start. You can start with 2 airfields. That's pretty good. And your main targets are the slow battleships. Well, not the Repulse, because the Repulse is kind of fast. But you have the Prince of Wales, and you got to sink the Repulse. But to be honest, you're gonna have to sink 3 ships instead of 2, because the Hermes, the aircraft carrier, it's gonna be annoying as hell, because the Hermes can launch hurricanes after you, and with the hurricanes flying around as combat air patrol, your planes can easily get shot down from these hurricanes. So you're gonna, at the first strike, when you get ready for your first wave of planes, you're gonna have to start having some level bombers to sink the Hermes, so it'll be out of action. So you don't have to worry about that. If you don't do that, it's gonna cause more stressful time with completing the objective. Another thing is that it takes a freaking long time to land and launch planes. The bombers are very slow planes, and they take quite a while to get back to their airfields. Not only that, but launching them as well takes quite a while. So you're gonna have to be really good at time management. So it's just really annoying. Another thing is that the bomber planes have an issue dropping the torpedoes or their payloads. Basically torpedoes specifically, because when you get into the AI is not really good in this mission, because as a regular bomber plane, like a big plane, it's kind of hard. I think if the AI is kind of having a hard time trying to drop the torpedoes, or if it's meant for just to create a more challenging stressful thing. So it's hard time, because you're gonna have to control some of your bomber planes so they can start doing some torpedo hits, and if you're not careful, it's not gonna work out well, and it won't get to your main target. Another thing is that there's a whole bunch of anti-air after you, shooting you down, basically. From the battleships and from the destroyers, escorts, it's gonna be, a lot of your planes is gonna get shot down as well, no matter what. That's why you need to get rid of the hurricanes, so you don't, and Hermes, because you don't have to have more freaking anti-air stuff. So that's pretty much it for number 4. For number 3, we have Battle of the Java Sea, the second ship challenge available in the Battlestations Midway. You're gonna have to complete this from striking a monster, which is not so bad of a mission at all. Here, let's get started with the actual mission itself. You only have 2 destroyers and 1 heavy cruiser, and then you're up against 15 ships, Abdicom ships, basically. To be specific, it'll be 10 destroyers, 3 light cruisers, and 2 heavy cruisers, and they will all come in like 5 waves, basically. The thing is about the heavy cruiser that you get to control, and you gotta make sure it survives, is that the Nachi is a Tone class cruiser, which is it's probably one of the most weakest heavy cruiser out of the bunch, maybe. It's also really annoying with its main batteries. Its main batteries is all at the bow of the ship. You cannot watch there's no main batteries at the stern of the ship. So you got to make sure the freaking destroyers that launching torpedoes after you are not coming from behind, or else you're going to be exposed and you're going to take a lot of damage. Not only that, its hull is just terrible. Like, seriously, if you don't take out the Doraider, if you take a long time trying to sink a cruiser, one of these cruisers, you're gonna lose a lot of hull. You're gonna take a lot of hull damage, and you want to save as much hull damage before it breaks into the final target, because your main target is to eliminate the Houston, which is the last wave. Now, speaking about torpedoes, it's really annoying to avoid them. There's too many torpedoes from the destroyers. So you're gonna have to pray to God that you don't get hit by a bunch of them. If you get hit by a bunch of them, you just probably just want to restart the game. Like, seriously. So yeah, you just gotta pray to God against destroyers. That's why you want to focus on the destroyers first, then focus on the cruiser itself to move on to the next wave. And that's pretty much what I have for number 3. So let's move on to number 2. For number 2 on the spot is Hunt for the Cruiser, which is the 3rd ship challenge in the mission. Instead of playing as the Japanese in most of these challenges, you're playing as the Americans. And your target is to destroy the Nachi, which is funny because you played the Nachi on a previous mission. So you're just getting revenge, basically. But anyways, let's talk about the mission itself again. Let's just start to say that you only have frickin' 3 American destroyers, 2 Fletcher class destroyers, and a frickin' Clemson class. The Clemson class is a weak destroyer, like the weakest United States destroyer out there in this game. So I don't understand why they gave you an extra, like why they gave you a Clemson instead of not of a Fletcher, because the Fletcher would have at least done a little bit better, because the Clemson does not take damage well. Not only that, you're up against multiple destroyers and cruisers before you even meet the Nachi. So there's going to be multiple destroyers like Minekazis, Fubukis, Kumas coming after you. Multiple destroyers and light cruisers coming after you. And it's just really annoying because how you cannot you're gonna have to eliminate most of these ships before the Nachi you gotta get to the Nachi, basically. Not only that, but speaking of the Nachi, the only way to eliminate the Nachi is torpedoes. Now that means you're gonna have to get really close and up and personal with the Nachi. And don't forget that its main batteries, it's a heavy cruiser, so it can do serious damage to a destroyer if you're not careful. So it's really up close and dangerous, and the only way to avoid the main batteries is to stay behind its on the ship, but it's really annoying when you're trying to launch torpedoes. Speaking about the ships that you meet earlier, you get 2 Kuma class cruisers that come in later, that are somewhat in the middle of the mission. Those Kuma class cruisers are really annoying. They may be light cruisers, but they can be really annoying to some of your destroyers. Another thing is that the Kuma class cruisers always likes to aim at a different destroyer than what you're trying to let them aim at. Because if you're better, the AI is better. The AI is better at well, actually it's not better. I mean, you're better controlling the ship instead of letting the AI handle the ship, or else AI will take more damage than you are controlling it. Not only that, but instead of because Battle of the Java Sea, you have and you gotta eliminate the entire wave before you move on to the next one. In this one, the time waves, the waves are timed. So you don't have much time before a new wave comes in. If you don't eliminate a previous wave, you're gonna get a new wave, and especially when you get to the light cruisers with the Kumas, it's just gonna be annoying as hell. So you gotta make sure you gotta time manage before you get to move on to the next wave, or else more trouble for you. But that's pretty much for number 2, and we're gonna get ready for the most stressful frickin' challenge in Battlestations Midway. For number 1, that takes all the places from before, all the missions of all. I would say the most stressful challenge in Battlestations Midway is Saving Tulagi, which is the second planes challenge in the game. Let's get started at some of the things that I just really hate in this mission. First off, it's the idiotic plane AI. They always if you order the frickin' zeros to attack a certain squadron, they will start attacking for a little bit, and then they will and if there's like a nearby squadron, they would go for that squadron that they're not attacking. They would go for the other squadron that was not ordered or highlighted for them to attack, which is annoying, especially when you get to the third wave or the third part of the frickin' mission itself. You have to protect the jetty buildings and get the SPD Dauntless. With the only short time you have before the dive bombers get to their attack run, you have to eliminate the frickin' bomb squadrons as fast as you can. And with the idiotic AI focusing on one squadron, all the other squadrons of dive bombers will come after, will be standing right behind, and they will easily get to the jetty buildings and start bombing it. And like I said, this is very stressful. And it's just annoying how, especially when so many planes are just coming after you, and you gotta time manage it and see you make sure all your squadrons are okay, and you're taking out the squadrons as fast as you can. Speaking of stressfulness, basically, there's pretty much short preparation in certain waves. For the B-17 wave, you gotta finish the B-17s, and then you gotta go all the way to the other side of the map to protect the destroyers, which bomber planes like TBFs and the SPDs will come after you. Not only that, but you're gonna go to the other side of the map for the jetty buildings. That's why it's recommended to leave at least one squadron of planes around, one squadron of the enemy planes, and have all your squadrons be moved to the next area. And just get new fresh squadrons, basically. And speaking of the B-17s, the B-17s seriously annihilates the zeros. The B-17s are have a lot of support gunners all around them, and they can easily, if you're just not moving around, you're just standing straight at them, and if the B-17s are aiming straight at you, you're gonna get wrecked in just a few seconds. Seriously, you gotta be very careful when you're getting so close to these B-17s, or else you're gonna get destroyed. And yes, I just say that's Saving Tulagi is the definition of hell. So hell for the Japan in this mission. So, but okay, so that's pretty much it for the list. Do you guys agree with my list? Do you guys have other certain opinions of the challenges? Please leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe on this channel. I will appreciate all the support you guys give me so far, and I hope you guys will help keep supporting it. So anyways, guys, I hope we see you guys in the next video, which I don't know when exactly. Maybe in the next video I'm probably gonna do the opposite of this top 5. Yeah. Alright, see you guys.